Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. I wanted to try something new this year, something that I've never done, and it's kind of like a New Year's resolution, something that I'm going to try and do every single month and keep going for the whole year because I want to see how it impacts the type of makeup I purchase and how well I'm able to go through and use what I have. My hope is I'll purchase less and use more of what I already have. So today I want to show you what I'm putting in my monthly makeup bin. One of the things that I've learned about myself in the last couple of months is I want something easy. I want something fast, but I still want it to look glamorous. So I want kind of the lazy girl makeup with all the benefits of looking fantastic and fabulous. And so I think you'll notice some of those things in my stash that I have for this month. So I have decided, my goal is to finish it up. Maybe I'll get it finished this month, but this is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I literally have like this much left. This is one of the coverage products I will be using this month. The other thing I'm trying to finish is this. This is the Magic Vanish from Charlotte Tilbury. Once I got the Beauty Pie Under Eye Corrector, this kind of got pushed to the side. It's actually a really great product, but I want to finish using it because since the other one came in the fall, I think it was like September, I haven't really been using anything else. So I want to see if I can finish this up. Another concealer I have been reaching for nonstop is this. This is Glossier Stretch Concealer. I have the shade G11. It's a really great skin tone match. And for really light makeup days, even to medium coverage days, I can use this under the eyes, redness around the nose and on the chin, and just kind of even out my complexion, using it just where I need it. If I use kind of like a smaller little fluffy brush like this, I'll pick up just a little and then go for the corners of the nose, you know, hyperpigmentation spot, just kind of perfect. And that has been one of my favorite products. If I'm deciding to go a little bit more coverage than carefully placed concealer, because that's kind of been my MO recently, I have decided to reach for this. This is the Age Perfect Radiance Foundation from L'Oreal. This is one of those, I have the lightest shade. I really like this. It's one of those where you don't really get a lot of coverage from it, but the sort of coverage you get is just a little bit color correcting, and not like color correcting for under eye circles, but it decreases the redness. It makes my overall tone look very, very much homogeneous. I really like it for that, and I like that it looks skin-like. I don't like a really heavy foundation. That's my personal preference, and I think this is a beautiful one. So this is in my bin for this month. I only have 2 powders in my bin. I'm surprised I don't have more. I am putting in the under eye setting powder from McGrath. I have the lightest shade. It's basically white. I really like this powder, and I didn't think I was going to because it's 30 bucks, and I didn't want to fall in love with a $30 powder. This one is really beautiful. It's lightweight, it's undetectable. It's what I have on underneath my eyes. And whatever was left on the brush, I used a really small brush today like this. This is from Real Techniques. This is the setting brush. I just kind of, you know, plopped a little bit of this on here, and whatever was left on the brush went around corners of my nose and on my chin, and that's it. If I want a little bit more powder, or if I want to use powder products on my face, I'm going to be reaching for this. This is the Cloud Set from Kosas. This is the lightest shade in Airy. This has been another favorite of mine recently. I've liked this since I purchased it. Like I really have enjoyed it. I think it's a beautiful product, but I definitely want to make sure that it's one of several powders I have in my drawer. I don't want to lose track of this. If I'm going for cream products this month, I am going to be using these. Some of them are liquids, some of them are creams, but I'm including both of my beauty wands from Charlotte Tilbury. One is the Beauty Light Wand, and the other one is the Contour Wand. I have the lightest shade in both of these. These are just stunning. I am wearing them both today, but they're easy to blend. They're a liquid formula. They come through a little cushion, but when you take them, just quickly blend them, they're beautiful. I forget that I have them because I have so much. So the other thing I'm going to be doing is using this. This is from Rituel to Fille. This is their color Nectar Pigment Balm. This is the shade Bloodflower. This is the blush I'm wearing today. and the only cream blush I'm putting in with my bin. I have been loving and constantly reaching for cream and liquid products. I think that it looks really, really pretty on my skin. I find that as I get a little bit older, powders can look like they're sitting on the surface of my skin. And products like this, because you're blending them straight into, you know, foundation, concealer, what have you, they blend into the skin with the warmth of my fingers, and they're not like a powder that's sitting on top. I also find that the older that I get, I'm turning 47 this month, is that those powders can especially kind of, they don't really collect, but they really accentuate the crow's feet I have going on here. They really accentuate some of these fine lines I have here. And I find I have less of that noticeable powder on my face when I'm using cream and liquid products. They're also super easy, and the lazy gal in me loves that I can just like dab, 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 and that makes me super happy. The other thing I have decided to put in here is this. This is the Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury. You can use it as a base. You can mix it in with your foundation or coverage products. You can use it as a liquid highlight over the top. This is also the lightest shade that Charlotte makes. I tend to be the lightest shade in all of the Charlotte products, but it has a beautiful glow. It's not quite as metallic as the Light Wand, but it's a little bit more subtle. I forgot that I had this. It's a beautiful product, but I tend to reach for the Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow, and you know what? I'm going to rediscover Charlotte Tilbury this month, and I'm really going to focus on enjoying the products that I have. So if I'm not using cream products this month, I picked out one bronzer, one blush palette, and one powder highlight to use. So the powder bronzer I'm using is Hoola Light. As you can see, I've hit pan in this. I'm trying to use this up. I've been trying to use it up for a while, but I have so much stuff I kind of get distracted. But I think having something in a basket for a month, knowing this is what I'm using, I think there's a good chance I'm going to make some good headway on this. This is beautiful for my fair skin. This is just enough, not too much, especially for a winter bronzer. I can go with something a little bit more pigmented in summer, but for winter, I need something light, light, light. And this is beautiful. Now, I love blush, and I couldn't have just one, because what if I wanted a cool look? What if I wanted a warm look? So I rediscovered this. This is an ambient lighting blush palette from Hourglass. And as you can see, it has a peachy shade, it has a cooler mauve shade, and kind of like a warm brownie nude shade. This is what they look like, but you see how shiny they are? I don't know that I'm going to need a highlight over these guys, but I have one just in case. If I am reaching for a powder highlight, I have put this one in my bin for this month. This is the Sunscape highlighter from M Cosmetics. It is absolutely beautiful, super blinding. It's right on the edge of being too deep for my skin tone. I wish there was one just a fraction lighter than this, but you see how metallic that is? What I like about this is this beautiful formula. If I apply it very gently, knock off any excess off my brush, and then take the time to buff it in, you get the most beautiful, like subtle glow. If I don't take the time to buff it in, there it is. You can see it's got a subtlety to it. If I don't take the time to buff it in, it ends up looking like that, which is not what I want. I want more of this and not so much this. But this is a beautiful product. I don't feel like it accentuates any of the fine lines I have here. I have used it on my eyelid as an eyeshadow in the inner corner, underneath the lower lash line. Like, I've really used it everywhere. It's a beautiful product, and I feel like it just adds enough, but not too much. I don't know how much use it's going to get this month, but one of the things that I have put out is my giant palette of Sydney Grace singles. I'm gonna leave this handy. Kind of big and bulky, but I'm going to leave this handy because I feel like I'm going to need some of these mattes over here. I don't know that I'm going to be using many of the metallics, but I feel like I am going to be using the mattes. What I have been loving is a single shadow look, and I think I'm ready to move from one eyeshadow like I'm wearing today to two eyeshadows. I don't have a single palette other than this one out for January, and I'm not saying I won't reach for one. Chances are I'm probably just gonna, use this. So this little bin here is going to be holding all of the singles that I have been excited about. You have seen me mention these guys from M. These are the Cosmic Pearl Dewy eyeshadows. Oh my goodness, they are amazing and incredible. They don't have any fallout. They, you know, swipe on beautifully, just like that. They're incredible. So I have 2 shades. I'm going to keep these in here. I also have 100% fallen head over heels for the ones from Lisa Eldridge. My favorite is this lightest shade called Bianca. And these are easy to swipe on like this, and then just use your finger to blend. And you can blend them out to be a little bit sheerer, or you can build them up, and they are gorgeously metallic. Also, no fallout. So those are like my secret weapons. I have been using those so much through December, and I don't see that changing as January kicks off, because I had to force myself not to use one of those 4 shadows today. What I am wearing today, and I have here in my little stash, is this. It's from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible eyeshadow. This is Bronzed Taupe. This is one of those that I remember buying years ago because Emily Noel said it was beautiful and incredible and a perfect single shadow. If you're looking just for a 1 shadow look, I was like, yes, please, that's what I want. And this is what I have over my eye today. Look how beautiful and metallic it is. It's super easy to blend, took no time at all. A fluffy brush was able to kind of take it and put it all the way up through here. And then a smaller brush that is a little bit more like a buffing brush to pick it up and run it underneath the lower lash line. This is amazing. I'm glad to have this again. And I did pull out 2 ColourPop Super Shocks. The Super Shock is the first thing I fell in love with the ColourPop made, and despite the fact that I feel like I've broken up with ColourPop, I still love these. So this is one that I picked up recently, and it's not a new shade, it's just a fresher version, because I did have this shade, this is in Kush, in my makeup collection. It's so pretty. And they're easy. You just literally stick your finger in here and then swipe it on. This other one here, I think is it Birthday Girl or Birthday Boy? This is Birthday Boy. So super easy. You don't even need a tool. You just need your fingers and just to blend it in. But they're really pretty. They're really reflective. These guys, I don't have problems with the shades that I have having fallout as long as I don't try and over apply. But when they go on looking like this, they're super beautiful and comfortable. The last eyeshadows that are going into rotation are these 5. They're brand new. I haven't even opened them yet. I thought I would do that right now. I have an empty magnetic palette to stick them in, but these are from Clionadh. So Clionadh is a Canadian independent eyeshadow brand, and I have for a long time been wanting to try some, and I just finally allowed myself like permission to do it. These are what I got. This one here is Gloaming. This is UV. This here is Flicker, Reflectance, and Glimmer. And as you can see, they're all kind of multi-chromes. And what's interesting is the way they're showing up on camera. This one looks really green, this one looks really purple. But in person, it's interesting is that this one looks a lot greener. And this one ends up looking a little bit more yellow. I don't know. I'm really curious the way that these are going to be showing up in natural light, but I'm delighted. The reason I decided to get these, I basically promised myself I wasn't going to get any more singles, is what I really have been loving is multi-chromes. And I know that Urban Decay did a multi-chrome palette last year. I know that there are a couple of multi-chromes in some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes, but I always want a little bit more. So I wanted to get a lot of different shades, kind of like a peach one, a purple one, kind of a white one here, and then a blue one to be able to pat over the top of any eye look just for fun. Let's see what happens if I take a little bit of this. Really just, ooh. Unexpected and so much fun. And that's what I want. I don't want to get a whole palette. I just want to get a little something that's different. Boy, this is really, oh, hello. Oh, I like this. All right, so I'm going to be playing with these singles from Clionadh this month. This was not the way I intended to go, but I love how vibrant and it's fun. You'll find some of the usual suspects when it comes to brows. I have my favorite duo from M Cosmetics. I also have the e.l.f. Wow Brow. That's what I'm wearing in my brows today. I love how easy it is just to put a little bit of tinted fiber gel in. you know, brush it through and call it quits. So these are the only brow products I have for this month. I have my favorite liquid liner from and I was about to put in this eyeliner from Revlon, and as I was using it today, I realized I finished it. So I had to go for a backup. And it's not really a backup. I really love this. This is from Persona. This is their 24-hour waterproof eye pencil. It's one that you have to sharpen, so you can get a super, super sharp point on this. But I really like this product. I have two mascaras. One that I talk about and wear a lot. This one is from It's their push-up mascara. And then one that is brand new. It's what I'm wearing today. This is the Uber Volume and Boost Velvet Mascara from Beauty Pie. I purchased it because I heard Kate the Great just like going gaga over it, and I was like, I have a Beauty Pie subscription. I buy stuff from them all the times. And the one thing that I haven't really been willing to do is to just try a mascara. I'm one of those people, I want to know that it's good, and I have a really high standard. So it's rare that I will just go out and buy a mascara, but I thought it would be worth trying. I've been loving lip liners a lot. But you'll notice that my lip liners for this month, I don't have a single Lisa Eldridge in here. I've been going through those so quickly, I was like, okay, let's see if we can show some love to the rest of your lip liner collection. So I have one from Beauty Pie. This one is called Vanilla Nude. I have one from Pat McGrath in Buff, and then I have one from L'Oreal. This one's called Infatuated with You. It's one of their Velvet Color Riche matte liners. So those are the lip liners. And the other thing I've decided to pull in is my Prep and Prime. I forget that I have this, and I want to leave it in a place where I can use it. So this is just a clear primer that goes over your lips. Looks like this. I like the way that it feels, and I really like the way that it helps whatever I put over the top. So it's not really hydrating and greasy like maybe a balm would be, because if I put liner over that, everything just tends to go everywhere. I like having a thin layer of this down to keep my lips from being too dry. And then I'm able to line them however I want, or go in just with lipstick and it holds. Can't stop reaching for the e.l.f. Sheer Slick. This is the shade Black Cherry. It's basically like the Black Honey from Clinique. This is one that I picked up recently. This is just a Color Riche from Revlon, and this is the shade Cherries in the Snow. I haven't yet to wear it. Have been meaning to, and I just haven't. And it's more of a like a fuchsia pink. I got it on sale, I think for $4. I think it was $3.99 at Ulta. I was like, sure. The only gloss I have this month is the one from Beauty Pie. This is in my all-time favorite shade called Jammy. That's what I got here. I wear this on light makeup days, on no makeup days, if I've got a really bold eye look going. That's great. I do have another Beauty Pie product here. This is their Shine Up Color Balm. This is in the shade Love, Love, Love. And it's what I have over the liner today. I have on the Beauty Pie liner in Vanilla Nude, and that's the combo that I have on. So I'm going to be reaching for that this month. I also have this lip cushion from in Mystic. I forgot how good this was, and when I was going through and swatching stuff the other day, I was like, yes, more of that. Another glossy lip product that I really enjoy is this one from Revlon. This is their Color Riche Glass Shine, and the shade is Nude Illuminator. So I have been loving wearing this. So I'm also keeping out a red, and normally I would reach for a Lisa Eldridge red, but I'm stretching my boundaries. This is from MAC. This is the Powder Kiss formula. I really like this. This one's called Shocking Revelation. I like that it's matte. I like that it's lightweight. Beautiful glides, wears well. I'm excited to wear this again. And I did give myself one Lisa Eldridge lipstick. Just one. And the one in Velvet Petal. So it's kind of a mid-toned pink. I have some really nice options for darker colors. I have some really easy to use, I don't need a lip liner with them, just can throw them on sort of formulations in here, some glossy ones. And I'm excited to see whether I feel like I need to reach outside of these options that I have for my eyes, for my lips, for my cheeks. as the month goes on. I find that if I don't take the time to rotate through, I'll use just what I see, kind of like what's sitting on the surface of my vanity, and I forget the beautiful things that I have. And my goal in doing this is to make sure that I reach to the back of the drawer. And just because something got shoved to the back doesn't mean that it's bad, because I just did a makeup declutter. I got rid of everything I didn't like and wasn't using, and I'm only hanging on to what I think really has a place in my collection. But I feel like when I take the time to do this, I'm rediscovering what I have, and maybe it will help scratch that itch to buy a lot of new stuff. I'm not saying I'm not gonna buy anything, because I already have some purchases coming, but I would love to know how it is that you rotate through your collection if you have a larger collection. If you don't, are you happy with your, one or two lipsticks and your single mascara? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching today. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.